My students, welcome to my today's topic. Today our topic is digital documentation. Okay, so already in the lower classes we know what is MS Word, what is MS Excel, and what is MS PowerPoint. Now in this lesson we will learn about some word processor. Okay, so in this unit we will basically cover basics of word processor, then introduction to this word processor and their interface, and then spell and grammar check, document editing and formatting, bullets and numbering, and how to create the tables, how to print a document, how to add borders and settings, etc. Okay, so at first we learn the introduction. Actually we know that word processing is the process to create, edit, save and print the text documents on the computer. So using a word processor such as Microsoft Word, OpenOffice Writer and WordPad we can do it. Okay. So in the current technology driven world, activities such as creating, managing and maintaining documents have become an integral part of our day business. Okay, so these documents serve as the source of information for an organization and help us in conducting various business activities such as decision making, planning, knowledge sharing and information analysis. Okay, so we can use a word processor to cater our needs for creating and managing documents required for our day-to-day business. Okay, so at first, in the first session number 1, we learned getting started with a MS Word 2010. Okay, so MS Word or Microsoft Word is an example of word processor which is developed by Microsoft. Okay, the default extension of the Microsoft Word document is we know .docx. Okay, so some major features of this word processor are fast speed that enables us to type much faster as compared to any conventional typewriter, easy writing and easy editing, so it allows us to perform all types of editing tasks in a text document, okay, such as insertion, deletion and other modifications. Okay, then permanent storage which allows us to save our text document and also access our saved document whenever required. Okay, next is simple formatting which enables us to format our document easily. Okay, for example we can change the text of our document to bold, italic or different types of fonts. And at last adding graphics. Okay, so so it facilitates insertion of pictures, diagrams and other visual elements into text documents to make our document attractive and flexible. Okay, so now we'll start how to start the Microsoft Word 2010. So we can basically start MS Word 2010 by clicking the start button. Here we know start button on the taskbar and then selecting all programs, then Microsoft Office, then Microsoft Word 2010 in the start menu. Okay, Microsoft Word 2010 under the Microsoft Office. Okay, in the start menu as shown in this figure. So whenever we click on Microsoft Word 2010, then a blank document opens in MS Word 2010 as shown in this figure. Okay, got it? Next one is how to open a new document. When you start MS Word 2010, a blank document is automatically created and opened. To create a blank document from the already opened MS Word 2010 window, we need to click the File tab, here, then select New option in the backstage view. Now select the blank document template under Available Templates. Here it is the blank document. Okay, and then click the Create button in the Backstage view as shown in this figure. Okay, so whenever you click here, a new blank document gets opened on our screen. Okay, next one is how to save the document. By default, an MS Word 2010 document is saved as a file with the .docx extension we know. So we can save a document by specifying the location where we want to save our document, the name of the document, the format in which we want to save our document, and then click on the save button. So here just write the file name or document name and click the save type and also choose the location here. Okay, so we can access this dialog box by clicking the file tab and then selecting the save as option from the Backstage view. Okay, okay, now the closing the closing the document. Okay, so after we have finished working with the MS Word 2010 document, we can close the document by clicking the close button at the top right corner of the document window. Okay, got it? Okay, now also we can close the currently open document by first clicking the file tab here, then selecting the close option from the Backstage view as shown in this figure. Okay, got it? Okay, now how to quitting from Microsoft Word 2010. So quitting from Microsoft Word means we are closing all the currently open window, that means open Word document. To exit from the MS Word 2010 application, at first we need to click File tab, then we need to click or select Exit option from the Backstage view as shown in this figure. Okay, okay. So now the session 2. So in this lesson we learn how to edit and save a document, basically a Word document. So the document created in MS Word application is editable, which means you can make any kind of modification in it. Okay, so to edit a document we need to first open a document and then edit the document. So we can open an existing document by first selecting the document from the desired location and then clicking on the open button in the open dialog box. Okay, so at first select the document which you want to open for editing, then click on open button, okay, in the open dialog box. Okay, we can access this dialog box by clicking the file tab and then selecting open option from the Backstage view. Okay, got it? The selected document gets open then as shown here in this given figure. Okay, now edit the text in the open document by entering some text in it as shown here in this figure. Okay, now save the document by using any of the ways, either by clicking the file tab here, then select the save option from the Backstage view, or otherwise you can press the Ctrl plus S key, okay, or by clicking the save button in the quick access toolbar. Okay, got it? Okay, here is the quick access toolbar. Okay, now we will identify elements of user interface. So the user interface of MS Word 2010 as shown here. Look at this figure carefully. Quick access toolbar. This bar is known as the title bar. This is the dialog box launcher. These are known window control buttons. this for help, sorry, this button for help. Okay, here it is used to zoom the page, zoom in or zoom out, zoom controls. Here is the document view buttons, and this bar is known as the status bar. It is the document window. Here we have to write anything. It's known as the file tab. Okay, and this is the ribbon. Okay, now the next part is exploring home tab in ribbon. We know the home tab contains, here is the home tab, it contains all the basic editing and formatting commands such as font size, font face, okay, alignment of the text, namely left, right, center and justify, bullets, styles, indent settings and sort. Okay, here are all these. Okay, here is the font type, here is the paragraph, here is the style. Okay, got it? So these comments are clubbed together to form groups, and these groups are further clubbed to form tabs. Okay, so the home tab in MS Word 2010 as shown in this figure. Okay, the home tab also contains various groups, and these groups have their respective purpose to perform certain actions in a document. The groups, as already we have talked about it: clipboard, font, paragraph, styles. Okay, under font we can select the font type, font color, background color, font size. Under paragraph we can use bullet, okay, numbering, alignment, indent, okay, sorting, etc. Okay, now the session 4, formatting a document using bold, italic and underline button. So we can make the text bold, italic or underline text in a document by selecting the text on which we want to apply bold, italic or underline, and then clicking the bold, italic, underline button under the font group of the home tab. Okay, here it is. It is the bold, it is the italic and it is the underline. Figure that shows the bold text here. Okay, so select the text first, then use the button B to bold the text. Okay, so if you want to make the text italic, then select the text you want to make the italic and then click on the I, and it is same for the underlined text. Just select the text you want to make the underlined and then click on the U button here. Okay, next is checking spelling in a document. MS Word contains built-in dictionaries that allows us to carry out automatic spelling and grammar checks in a document. Okay, to check spelling errors in a document, we need to click the spelling and grammar button in the proofing group of the review tab. Okay, so here is the review tab. Okay, and under the review tab we are having proofing group. Okay, and then click on the spelling and grammar check button if you want to do it as shown in this figure. Now the spelling and grammar dialog box appears. It shows some suggestions of corrected words for the wrong word. Okay, so to correct the word, the spelling and grammar dialog box offers some options. You can click any suggested word and then click on the change button. Okay, we can edit the sentence under not in dictionary text area and then click the change button to accept this editing. And also we can add new word in the dictionary by clicking the add to dictionary button. Okay, so checking spelling in a document. The given figure shows the first suggested word removed to correct the spelling here. Okay, spelling here. The misspelled word gets corrected in the document and a Microsoft Word message box appears here. Okay. Click on OK button in the Microsoft Word message box to close it as shown in this figure. Now session 6, checking grammar and using thesaurus. MS Word allows us to carry out automatic grammar check to correct language errors in a document. Okay, so it contains built-in dictionaries that help spell check a document. To check grammar in the document, we need to click the spelling and grammar button in the proofing group of the review tab. Now the spelling and grammar dialog box appears. It shows some suggestions of corrected words for the wrong word, such as helps, as shown in this figure. Okay. Okay, now select any suggested word and then click the change button in the spelling and grammar dialog box. Okay, the grammar of the sentence gets corrected in the document as shown in this figure. Okay. Okay, now the thesaurus. Suppose you are writing a paragraph and need an appropriate word with similar meaning to the word that you want to use in this paragraph. In such a case, you can use these facilities to find synonyms and antonyms of the word. Okay, so to use this in the document, we need to select that word on which we want to apply this and then click the thesaurus button in the proofing group of the review tab. Now the research task pane appears. Here is the research task pane appears. In this pane, the list of words similar to the word you are looking for is displayed. Okay, so place the mouse pointer on the word that you want to insert in the document. Okay, now click the arrow of the desired word and then select the insert option from the drop down list as shown in this figure here. Now session 7, performing copy paste and cut paste options. To copy and paste some text in a document, we need to first select the text that we want to copy and then click the copy button in the clipboard group of the home tab as shown in this figure. Now place the mouse cursor at the location where we want to paste the copied text and then click the paste button under the clipboard group of the home tab. Then the copied text is in the document at the current location of the cursor as shown in this figure. Okay, so here we have already copied welcome to MS Word 2010 and using the paste button under the clipboard group of the home tab, we have copied the text here and paste here. Sorry, we have paste here. Okay, to copy and paste some text in the document, you need to first select the text that we want to cut and then click the cut button in the clipboard group of the home tab as shown in the figure. Okay, so now place the mouse cursor at the location where you want to paste the cut text and then click the paste button under the clipboard group of the home tab. The text is pasted in the document at the current position of the cursor as shown in this figure. Okay. Next is finding and replacing text in a document. So in a Word document, you may want to find out whether a particular word or text is in the document or not. In addition, we may also want to replace a particular word or text with some other word. It would be a time consuming, monotonous and error prone process to go through the entire document word by word. So search for the particular word or text and then delete and replace it with a new word. Here MS Word 2010 provides an easy option to automatically find a word and then replace it with a new word. Okay. So at first, finding the text. The find feature helps us search a particular word, phrase or sentence in our document. Okay, so here is the find. To find a word in an MS Word 2010 document, we need to click the find button in the editing group of the home tab. Okay, the navigation pane on the left side of the screen appears. Now type the desired word. Okay, now type the desired word to find the word in the search box as shown in this figure. If the desired word is found in the document, it gets highlighted in yellow and a preview appears in the navigation pane. Now, if you find more occurrences of the word, click the up and down arrows to navigate through results. Okay. Now, replacing text. Now, the replace feature enables us to replace a word or phrase in our document at all occurrences with another word or phrase. To replace some text in a document, we need to click the replace button in the editing group of the home tab. Okay, the find and replace dialog box will appear. Here it is. Now type the text that you want to replace in the find what. Okay, find what text box and type the new text, the text with which you want to replace the existing text in the replace with replace with text box. Okay, now click the find next button in the find and replace dialog box to find the first occurrence of the existing text as shown in this figure. Okay, now click the replace button in the find and replace dialog box. The existing text is replaced with the new text as shown in this figure here. Okay, this process continues when the last occurrence of the existing text has been replaced. Okay, next one is creating list of items using bullets and numbering. Okay, suppose we want to elaborate on the various parts of an equipment or device, or we want to explain a sequential process in a document. In such cases, we can use bulleted or numbered lists to present the information in an eye-catching and easily readable manner. We can create bulleted list whenever we want to present a set of independent options or parts of a device. So we can create numbered list whenever we want to explain a sequential or procedural activity. In an MS Word 2010 document, a bulleted list starts with an asterisk or some other character, and a numbered list starts with a number 1 or a letter A or Roman numeral, that is. Okay, so we can create a new bulleted or numbered list or make the existing text a bulleted or numbered list as per our requirement. Okay, so to create the bulleted list in a document, we need to select the text that we want to make the bulleted list, then click the down arrow here of the bullets button under the paragraph group of the home tab. Now select the desired bullet format that we want to select for the bulleted list from the drop down list as shown here. Now the document appears with the bulleted list. Okay, and to create the numbered list in a document, we need to select the text first that we want to make as numbered list, and then click the down arrow of the numbering button here in the paragraph group of the home tab. Now select the desired number format that we want to for the numbered list for the drop down list as shown here. Okay, so now after applying this numbering, the document appears with the numbered list here. Okay, okay. Now the session 10, applying font styles. Okay, so we can change the font and font size of the text in MS Word 2010 documents through a few mouse clicks. There are several fonts and font sizes that we can choose to apply on a particular text. To change the font of the text, we need to select the text whose font we want to change. Now click the down arrow of the font combo box in the font group of the home tab. Okay, home tab, and then select the desired font face from the drop down list as shown in this figure. Okay, the font of the selected text changes. Okay, to change the font size of the text, we need to select the text whose font size we want to change. Okay, so now click the down arrow of the font size combo box in the font group of the home tab. Okay, and then select the desired font size from the drop down list as shown in this figure. Okay, the font size of the selected text then changes. Okay, so this is the part 1. Stay tuned for the part 2.